Hey, what's up YouTube? Ian here and you're watching Atkins Nature Aquariums. Today, we're going to do around the fish room tour. We're going to go around all the fish tanks. And this one is like brand new. The scape and stocking and everything is pretty much new. But this tank I've had running with some cichlids in it for a while. Moved them over to this 55 sitting next to it. But right now in here, this is my shell dweller aquarium with Neolamprologus multifasciatus, the multis, and they are a character of a little cichlid. Really liking these guys. They're super cool. Oh, you can see the one in the back there. He's flaring up. Yeah, I got me a little group of them, like 12, 13 of them, for a good deal from a local breeder. They're a pretty cool little cichlid. I just got them, so I still got to do some videos on them, and you'll see that in the future. But this video is pretty much just an update of what you guys might have missed. And that's the shell dweller aquarium. Obviously, it's got some fake plants in there and some real plants in there. Fake plants are only in there for the meantime till I get some other plants to fill those areas out. But it doesn't look half bad. So I don't want this video to drag out too long. So I'm going to try and keep it to a couple more minutes per tank. We'll move on to the next one. And this is my 55. It's gone through a big change. It's no longer my big cichlid tank, but it's more of a smaller cichlid community tank. Some of these guys are going to get pretty big, but they'll do alright. So in here we've got both gouramis, the moonlight gourami and the gold gourami. Got the rainbow fish, the Bozemanite rainbow, and the female. Some rainbow cichlids. This macaw cichlid. The rainbow cichlid pair that I have. There's the female. Tiger barbs are all in here. The blue Acara, he's in here. And the Severum. Who else is in here? The Bisher, and there's the Bisher, there he goes. And the L089 Pucko that I had. Yeah, they're in here. So it's pretty much still the same scape, fake plants. I got some plants floating around in here. But yeah, I still got to plant it up. I want to get some more sand going. Get a deeper substrate, something like that maybe. And get some nice hardy plants going in here. That's the plan. That Bozemanite rainbow. He is a stunner, alright. Love that fish. The rainbow cichlids. Yeah, everybody's looking great. Even the tiger barbs, they're all looking great. Chasing each other, having a grand old time in this tank. Yeah, so that's it. We're gonna move on to the next aquarium. Alright, this is my 20 long. I've got with some cool oddball fish in here. This is my German blue ram cichlid. Well, I guess not German blue. He's more of a powder blue balloon ram. He's got some attitude to him. Got a pair of humpback limia. They're a cool little live bearer. My male golden wonder killifish. He's a stunner. He's not under the light right now, so it's not really glistening, but he certainly is a really nice fish and super aggressive towards me. He likes to bite me whenever I do work in the tank. And I was doing water changes on all the tanks today, so if they look a little cloudy or, you know, a little different, that's because I was cleaning them out today. And I guess we'll let the cat out of the bag. These are my zebra acara, Avinacara adokita F1s. Super rare, endangered fish. Hoping to breed these and preserve them in aquariums so that less are being taken out from the wild. Because these are a super cool species of cichlid. I'm going to give them their own tank pretty soon. I got another tank just holding some other cichlids that I'm not really motivated with anymore. So we will be changing them out with these guys and finding the other guys some homes or getting more tanks. Either one. We got a group of ottos in here. There's like 5 or 6 of them. There's a ropefish, some plecos, a snakeskin goby, and a banjo catfish. Banjo catfish likes to hide out a lot, but he's cool. Oh, speaking of the ropefish, there he is. Yep. And the best for last. That is the African butterfly fish. He is super cool. Just hanging out at the top, waiting to be fed. Love that guy. He's super chill. The ropefish is out having a stroll. I trimmed the moss up on this. There was quite a bit and it was getting pretty long and straggly, so I trimmed it up a bit. Hopefully it'll grow in more denser. You can see with mosses I like to tie it down with thread. And same goes with subwasser tang. This one I actually got from George and he used fishing line. But yeah, some other plants in here. There's hornwort, some hygrophila, Taiwan lily. It's not doing the best. Subwasser tang, some water sprite planted there. Some more hornwort. There's some Vesuvius sword. Got some crypts. Love my crypts. Acrinum calamastratum. Some more crypts in the back and some Vallisneria. That stuff kind of melted back. And my Madagascar lace. It melted back, but all this stuff is new growth within the past week. So I imagine it's going to start taking off here and coming back with a vengeance. So I'm super excited that that's starting to come back. Got a big old seed pod in there. That's gonna add some nice fauna and stuff. Got a little mushroom hut. Yep. That's one of my other tanks. This one I spent way too much time on. To the next one. Alright. This is my 20-gallon high. And it is running with CO2. Not right now. Lights are about to turn off. And I did a water change on it also. That's why there's bubbles on the glass and stuff. But I moved my angelfish into here. You can see his fins aren't looking the best because him and the festivums in the tank he was in were really going at it. So I moved him into here. The polar parrots are doing really good. One of them's really coloring up nice and it's looking like a female. And this one I believe is going to be a male. Little one, not so sure yet, but still figuring him out. He's still kind of runty. Got the panda cories. Yep, I got about a 7 or 8 in here. Nice little group of them. A super red bristlenose pleco, got him in here. As well as my king tiger pleco. Got the emerald eye rasboras, a sneaker guppy that got in here. Let's see, what else is in here? The pygmy corridors are still in here. And I think that's about it. There go some panda cories in the back there. Plants, there's a lot of rare plants in here. A lot of cool plants. We'll start left to right, kind of in the back. There's a mixture of Limnophilia aromatica, Ludwigia inclinata, Ludwigia super red, right there. Right here, this is Java Fern Thor's hammer. I just got this and it looks like it was grown immersed, so it's got to convert, but you can see why it's called Thor's hammer. Kind of splits off at the tips there. Got some Rotala indica, as well as Hygrophila pinnatophyta. There's some Scarlet Temple, lots of Bucephalandra. This one right here with the marbled leaves. Oh. Right there. Right there. That is Piptostophia rodili. Another cool plant. Lots of different types of Bucephalandra. Nubius nana petite. Right there. Some Java fern narrowleaf, Cranum calamastratum, more Limnophilia aromatica, Taiwan lily. Let's see, there's Pogostemon stellatus octopus, Ludwigia, lacustris, and Arcuata crossed. There's Ludwigia arcuata. There is Hygrophila polysperma sunset variegated. I love that. Look at the leaves on that. That's a really nice plant. In the back here, we're going in the back. Oh, I spooked a fish. Zlaganandra Meboldii red, that's in there. And there's also some crypts in the back. Might be able to see some leaves of the crypts in there. And over here, we'll start in the carpet. In the back. Well, right there. Right there. Keep losing focus. Alright, so that is Crypt Rosen Maiden. Nergai. Yep, that's a real nice crypt. I like that. And then we've got Hydrocotyle verticulata with these little circular leaves in the front there. This is Ranunculus inundatus with these kind of fork leaves. I really like that plant. And then this plant right here is Juncus repens. Dwarf sage as well in the carpet. This is Crypt Willisii in the front, right there. Still small. Right here is Crypt Ponderifolia. Looks nice right there. I like that. More of Ranunculus and Hydrocotyle. Yeah. Lots of plants in this tank. And I really like it. It's going to need a trim soon. And we'll get on to the next tank. Alright, so this is my 29 gallon. One of them. I have 3. And this is my South American themed aquarium. These cichlids right here are well, they're a festivum species, Acora. They're a really cool cichlid. They're nice. Got my pistogrammas in there, steel blues from Dance Fish. Got my Corydoras. Nice little group of them in there. They have no cares in the world. They just kind of do their thing. There's some plecos in here. Plecos I've bred and raised. Some tetras, couple tetras. They don't really do well for me for some reason. They always nip each other and get sick. Look at this little guy. Yeah, cuties. I really like them. They bridge the gap between a normal looking cichlid and an angelfish. Cool. Super underrated. Loving these cories. So many of them. Just rooting around doing their little thing. Got like 12 in here. I've also got a spotted Raphael hiding amongst the hardscape and whatnot. In here are my South American pufferfish. I got a group of 5 of them in a 29 gallon aquarium. They're doing good. I like these little guys. I'm feeding them snails, frozen food, and pretty much that's about it. But I got some clam on a half shell for them. Maybe they'll like that. I've also heard about some sort of oyster grit and rapashi mix they might take to. Yeah. Not really sure about that one. Oh, I also have the Delhaize Bisher in here. He's a cool little fish. There is a bit of an algae bloom. And there are some floating plants in here. Yeah. Where's the water sprite? Yeah, there's the water sprite. Right there. Got some flower pots and seed pod, rock, some wood, easy plants. They still gotta grow in. This tank's only been set up maybe a few weeks, so it's got some time to settle in and mature. But these are super cool fish. Another one of my bucket list fish. Been wanting to get into larger puffers for a while. And these guys will get up to 4 to 5 inches, which is pretty cool. And the fact that they're a communal puffer, I don't know what kind of fish I'm gonna try keeping them with other than the Bisher so far. But if you've got any experience keeping these and you guys know a good tank mate that won't bully them or these guys won't instantly try to attack, post them down in the comments below. But yeah, these are cool fish. I'm gonna paint the sides black, so maybe that'll help, with their glass surfing. Substrate's just a little layer of sand and gravel. Looks good. I like it. It's kind of a little river theme. I mean, the flower pots don't really look natural, but I like them. They're a cool little hide. Alright. Okay, so in here I am quarantining a new fish with these celestial pearl danios. These are my new Enigma Tachromis leucanusi pair. Now, if you've been watching for a while, you've known that I have had these before. I got them well over a year ago at a Guppus meeting, my first ever Guppus meeting, and they were super cool. I've seen these cichlids once before in a photo, and I thought they were super awesome, and I knew they were super rare, so I picked them up. I grew them out. I almost had a pair going, and they were super close to breeding, but I don't know what happened, and I lost them to something. So this time, I'm going to try keeping them to species only. I'm going to upgrade them to either a 10-gallon or a 7.5-gallon that I have upstairs. But these guys are pretty much full grown. That's as big as the males get. It's about 2 inches. And they're in a 5.5-gallon right now with some celestial pearl danios, like I said. And their substrate is pretty much just sand with a small gravel with their... I've got some leaf litter, little, what do you call those things? I haven't used them before. Alder cones? Yeah, I've got some alder cones in there, some cholla wood. There's a banana seed pod. Lots of little stuff that will grow nice biofilms. Lots of plants, Java fern that they're used to in the wild. These are wild caught. There's some wassertang, mosses, lots of driftwood. In the wild, where these guys come from, it's usually more of a creamier color sand. So when I set up their tank, I'm gonna do a complete biotope of their river. The photo river, they only come from one special place. So it's gonna be pretty hard to do like a real biotope. But I'm gonna do my best for these guys. And I really want to mimic their habitat so that I can see their behaviors and colors in their truest form. Because these really are a cool cichlid. They're one of the coolest, smallest of the crebensis type cichlids. They're not really classed as a crebensis anymore, but I believe they used to be. They're also called the Pelvicochromis species bluefin, and they're just a really subtle, nice cichlid. What we're looking at now is the male, and the female, she's probably hiding out in the back. I gave them a little mushroom cave, and they will breed in that perfectly. But I don't know if I'll add their little mushroom cave to their tank, because I want to try to keep it to a biotope. But I know they really like those caves. They're a cave dwelling, cave spawning cichlid. But I've only had them a short time, and they're still kind of shy, and they don't really know what to think of me yet. But yeah, we'll keep moving on. Well, I guess we can go on to this little thing. This isn't really a fish tank. Well, it is, but I'm not using it for fish. This is my little plant farm. So I'm starting to experiment with growing plants immersed, and I first started with this plant, Hygrophila, not Hygrophila, but Hydrocotyl species Japan. And this is a cool beginner plant to start growing immersed. And I also started with this Hygrophila polysperma, not variegated, just the normal polysperma. And that's also a cool little plant. I gotta give it a trim. Right here was tissue culture cryptocrine. It's melting back, but there is some new growth down there. There's a ton of plants in here. There's some Piptostophia rhodili. There's Anubias, Bucephalandra, Ludwigia, Rotala, Limnophilia, Hygrophila pinnatophyta. Yeah. There's the Rotala. There's also pearlweed in here. Just a big old mix of plants. This thing's gonna be a jungle, I bet. Some more Hygrophila pinnatophyta. Looks great. I'm loving it. Just cool little experiment. And this is my 29-gallon that I have upstairs. Right now it only has a few fish in it. Up front is my Turkana jewel cichlid male. He is awesome. Not fully colored up because I moved him up into this tank recently, but he's still got his personality. In the dark, mysterious cave is Karen, the Salvini. She's a bitch. Just doesn't want friends. And then in here is her sister. She also doesn't want friends. But yeah, they got some plants in here. Some jungle val, some... what do you call that shit? Water lettuce? Yeah, water lettuce. There's a couple plecos in here. Some crypt. Nice big old crypt. I like that one. It's doing well in here. Yeah. That's, this is the tank I've been talking about. Not really motivated with this tank anymore. I want to, dedicate this tank to my zebra Cara in the future. And let them kind of do their thing. Do a nice sandy substrate, lots of driftwood, get it nice and black water, low pH. But that means I'm going to have to take out this substrate because, I don't know if you can tell, but it's mostly crushed coral and black sand. So the pH in here is pretty high. It's around 7.6. So it's not ideal for the zebra acara. That's why I have not put them in here. Plus these guys are in here. So it's going to take me some work and time to get this tank all ready for them. But yeah, that's the plan for this tank. We'll go into the living room now. And up in the dining room, I have this 10-gallon soft coral reef aquarium. And I'm really loving it. I'm having tons of success with corals and inverts. Only killed a couple fish, but that's to be expected. I thought I would kill more corals, but they all seem to be doing great. I do have some, what do you call those damn things? Aptasia pests and enemies. I'll be able to see that one right there. There's one. They're little pricks. They like to sting corals, and they're not very friendly. But yeah. Right up front here, this little weird fucking thing is a feather duster. Yeah, he's got a clam right underneath him. Mussel, whatever the hell that is. He's cool. He's filtering the water. Alive. We got a little snail. Don't know what kind of fucking snail it is, but it's a snail. We got Lemon, my yellow watchman goby. He's paired up with the candy pistol shrimp, and so together when I see him, I call him Lemon and Candy. And a new guy, this big old clownfish. Not too much bigger than the other one, but he's new, and she, hopefully them are paired up, or will pair, but they seem pretty intimate with each other. They don't seem to be killing each other. But I like this guy because if he turns around, you might be able to see it. But the other side of his third bar on his tail is broken. And none of the other clownfish at the store were like that. So I got him. Yeah. He's a cool little clownfish. I also picked up a new coral. This guy right here, he's kind of brown. Flesh tone. It's called a toadstool leather. They'll get pretty big, but pretty easy to frag. Easy to keep in general. Got some of the other large polyp xenia right here. Looks awesome. We got pulsing xenia right there. Got the big old Kenya tree. Definitely has grown in a lot. There's Lemon. Such a cool little guy. Still got some macroalgae in here. Ripped a bunch out in the last video I did about this tank. Let's see. The other corals. That's a cabbage coral. More large polyp xenia and green star polyp branching variety. It's cool. Nice bright green. I like it. And under the nice blue lights, it looks like this. And you can see some of the other paler corals. When they get underneath that blue light, they'd have, like some nice little polyps to them. That's what those little things are called. Like this one. He's got some subtle green polyps to him. Looks nice. Looks nice. And the clownfish. Always begging for food. Alright, on to the next tank. Alright, so I gotta be quick with this one because the light was off and I didn't realize that till just now. So I put the light on the dimmest mode and we're gonna be quick because the fish are freaking out and they were sleeping. But there's guppies, glow light rasboras or danios, and the emerald eye rasboras, a couple SAEs, some snails, and a bunch of plants. But yeah, this is a tank up in my living room. And that's pretty much all of my aquariums. My girlfriend, who stays with me, she also has some aquariums that I have not shown. If you guys want to see her aquariums as well, let me know down in the comments. And I'll see if I can get a video together with her showing her aquariums to you guys on the video. So, you guys have a great one, and peace out.